Agent Smith is one of the most iconic villains in film history, but did you know that his origins go all the way back to the Bible, or that after he was destroyed by Neo, his clothing changed? In today's video, we're going to discuss 5 things you may not have known about Agent Smith. Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Number 5. The unknown change in Agent Smith. The agents are programs whose primary purpose and function is to protect the simulation. They are to arrest or destroy exiled programs, as well as repair issues or glitches in the system. They are the natural or artificial-born enemies of the Red Pills, whose mission is to disrupt the Matrix and free the humans. Agents must function as objectively as possible. They are computer programs without emotions. However, Smith was different. He did show emotions. The Matrix script describes a certain scene as follows. Agent Smith hides his nodding fist. He is becoming angry. It is something that isn't supposed to happen to agents.
Leave me with him.
Agent Brown and Jones look at each other.
Now.
They leave, and Agent Smith sits beside Morpheus.
Can you hear me, Morpheus? I'm going to be honest with you.
He removes his earphone, letting it dangle over his shoulder. In Morpheus's interrogation scene, Smith periodically gets impatient. He removes the earphone. It is what keeps him connected to the system. For one brief moment, Smith disconnected himself to express his true emotions to Morpheus, to tell him how much he hated the Matrix and everyone in it. Smith is showing individuality and emotions that no agent is supposed to experience. But how did this happen? To understand this, we must go back to when Neo destroyed the Agent Smith. Let's again read from the script. Agent Smith screams, his calm machine-like expressions shredded with pure rage. He rushes Neo. His attacks is furious, but Neo blocks each blow easily. Then, with one quick strike to the chest, he sends Agent Smith flying backwards. For the first time since their inception, the agents know fear. Neo was the first to install fear into the agents. Again, emotions that no agent is supposed to feel. We believe that the longer an agent lives and the more experience it gains, the chances of it developing emotion grows. All it takes is one traumatic experience to trigger an emotional response from the agents. Neo destroying Smith in front of Brown and Jones was that trigger. This leads us to wonder, what was the event that filled Agent Smith with negative emotions? Is there a backstory about Smith that we don't know about? The furthest we can go back is to when Seraph confronted Smith and survived.
I remember chasing you was like chasing a ghost.
I have beaten you before.
Yes, true, but as you can see, things are a little different now.
All we can do is assume that after or during this confrontation, Agent Smith's code suffered a malfunction or was modified. That aroused the emotion of anger and contempt within him. Smith was probably pursuing Seraph to eliminate him, only for the exile to end up being saved by the Oracle. After all, everything points to the Oracle being the provocateur of Neo and Smith's confrontations. Yet all we have are theories and assumptions of an event that changed Agent Smith. Number 4. Smith's biblical origins. Just as Neo fulfills the role of a Jesus archetype, Smith fulfills a role similar to his antithesis, Satan. Smith was created by the architect for the purpose of being a guardian, but after developing feelings of contempt towards humanity, he was corrupted and became the opposite of what he was created to be. A being who wished to destroy everything is a clear allusion to the story of Luzbel, the guardian angel who rebelled against God and was cast out of paradise and became an enemy to everyone. In Matrix Reloaded, Smith was driving a vehicle with a license plate Isaiah 54:16, which is a Bible passage that reads, I have created the blacksmith who fans the coals beneath the forge and makes the weapons of destruction. I have created the armies that destroy. The Bible is from God's perspective. The Matrix is from the architect's perspective. Number 3. Smith's subtle change of clothing. Smith no longer wears the earphone. He is completely disconnected from the system. But there are other noticeable changes in his appearance. First are his glasses. In the first movie, the lenses are rectangular. In the sequels, the edges are thinner, like spikes. But the most important difference is in his suit. In The Matrix, Smith wore a black suit with gray trim. After he was corrupted, his attire takes on a more contrasting black tone, which is a reference to the biblical text we mentioned earlier. Smith had become the blacksmith, a weapon of destruction. Number 2. Smith will return in Matrix 4, but not in the way you think. As we've already mentioned in previous videos, actor Hugo Weaving could not return as Smith in the new movie due to scheduling difficulties. That being said, his character was written as an integral part of the plot. So although the actor could not return, that does not mean that Smith was eliminated from the film. It wouldn't be the first time that a Matrix character had to be recast. The Oracle had to be recast due to the unfortunate death of the original actress who could not complete her scenes in the sequels before passing away. The Smith character could be portrayed by a new actor or actress whose character is possessed by the corrupt agent, or he could be recreated in CGI. If Smith did indeed have an important part to play in Matrix 4, we don't think that Lana would eliminate him just because Hugo was busy, but we could be wrong. And number 1, Smith is the Anomaly. When Neo destroyed Smith in the first movie, the Anomaly's code copied onto him.
I don't fully understand how it happened. Perhaps some part of you imprinted onto me, something overwritten or copied. It is at this point irrelevant. What matters is that whatever happened, happened for a reason.
Afterward, Neo questions the Oracle of who Smith is.
What is he?
He is you. Your opposite, your negative. The result of the equation trying to balance itself out.
Smith is Neo, and Neo is Smith. Just as Neo enters the Matrix to destroy it, Smith leaves the Matrix to destroy the real world. The parallels between the two characters are unquestionable, but the fact that Smith is a program that is infected with the Anomaly's code makes him very dangerous.
While this sensor functioned, it was obviously fundamentally flawed, thus creating the otherwise contradictory systemic anomaly that, if left unchecked, might threaten the system itself.
Smith is the unchecked anomaly trying to destroy everything, but unlike Neo, he was not manipulated since birth. Smith is the anomaly in its purest form. But do you agree? Do you know of any other details about Agent Smith? Matrix Explained. Please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.